What's up, guys? Welcome to the CG Patriot podcast, Awake with Reason. Today is March 10th, 2021. I did a video earlier today. If you want to see that video, you can click the link below. I'll put that video there, as well as a couple other videos that I've uploaded recently, and also the video with John Wick, that the interview we did the other day. So I'll have that in the links below. Wanted to bring you an update today on news. It looks like some of the stuff that's going on here is a little out of control. I did listen to some of the folks that I follow, which are like the Charlie Ward, and I noticed that the Patriot Street Fighter actually hasn't uploaded anything in a few days, so that's kind of interesting. So I want to go through here. Let's go through the Gateway Pundit and check out some of these stories. I already read a couple of them. They're insane. All right, let's just read the headlines real quick. This one kind of struck out to me. Like, California's proposed ethnic studies curriculum urges students to chant to Aztec deity of human sacrifice and cannibalism. Calls for counter-genocide against white Christians. I wonder if that's going to get me pinged with YouTube. I didn't even know how to say her name. What is it? Jen Psaki says Biden to give his first primetime national address to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of the COVID shutdown. Okay. All right. Why would you want to commemorate the shutdown? Again, it's one of those things where it doesn't make any sense. I'll leave it there. Yeah, so and then we got this nice little Michelle Obama photo. Remember that one? So it looks like Piers Morgan does not dig in his little 2 minutes of fame here. Piers Morgan fires back at critics after comments on Meghan Harry video. Freedom of speech is a hill all happy to die on. All right, Piers. I've heard he might have crossed over to the White Hats. I am not too sure, but I do know that video apparently is pretty ridiculous. So you could see it. Apparently, you could see. I'm not even sure if the image is real, but you could see Oprah's ankle bracelet, and then there were some funny ones that were put on social media recently with Meghan getting a blow dart in her neck. So all right, let's go through some more of these stuff. All right, so we have here, after having held 0 press conferences since taking office, Biden shuffles away and ignores questions about when he will hold a presser video. No shit. America's frontline doctors call on the government and the commercial airline industry to abandon requiring COVID-19 vaccines. Okay, Senate confirms, whatever. We all know this is a hoax. Joe Biden mumbles through COVID-19 talk. Only about 1,049 people watched the speech live. Only 1.4 thousand tweets. But Joe had 81 million votes. What else we got here? We've got Psaki. When asked why border facilities for migrant children are fully open, but U.S. schools aren't open, I wonder what her reply was. Probably ridiculous. This is the most radical legislation socially in the past 4 decades. Steve Bannon weighs in on bloated COVID-19 bill that has nothing to do with COVID. You know what? I'm Steve Bannon. I've heard a few things about him. I actually was following him for a long time, but I don't want to discuss those because I don't know. I don't know the real deal behind him, but I've heard good and bad. So again, all rumors. So I haven't solidified that. He does have a great show though. The War Room is a fantastic show. So, Dr. Fauci can't explain the science for denying vaccinated Americans to return to travel. Okay. Yikes. New poll finds only 36% of U.S. adults believe George Floyd was murdered by Minneapolis police officer. Guys, we all know the real deal behind that. Dude was at his funeral. He was literally at his own funeral, dressed in blacked out gear. If you haven't seen that photo, find it. I'm sure I can find it somewhere, but I don't have it on hand right now. Military agrees to keep thousands of National Guard troops at U.S. Capitol for weeks to protect corrupt Democrats who are terrified of the American people. There are two different things to this. So either I've heard they're there to protect the Democrats, right? So that's the cover story. But we've also heard that they're there to, take down the evil in D.C., right? So with this chess game that's going on currently, I don't know. I've heard both, right? So it does make sense, and I think X22 does a great analysis of this. In most of his episodes, actually, he's been talking about this a lot more recently. Looks like 11.3 and 11.4 might those markers might hit soon. So getting excited. Hopefully this comes to fruition. Let's see what else we have. Wisconsin lawmakers, general election stuff. Roger Stone exclusive. All right, doesn't look like we have much here, guys. Looks like it's going to be a pretty slow day, except for this person that wants to stretch with a chiropractor. Do you still support President Trump? Okay. So it looks like there's nothing much on the horizon today, guys, as far as news. I haven't seen much on Twitter. I think it's been kind of quiet. I did listen to Charlie Ward today. It looks like if you're into the Nasser Jacera and you're up to speed on that, it looks like that should be rolling out pretty soon. It seems like it's going to be pretty soon every time, I watch a show, but, there's some intricacies to how they have to roll out that plan. If you want to learn more about Nasser Jacera, I suggest you go check out Charlie Ward. He knows a lot about it. He's on the forefront of that. I know that some folks on Twitter have heard some things about Charlie being part of the Black Hats. That's not true. In my eyes, it's not true. I've been listening to him for a while, since he had like 36 followers. So I've been listening for a long time, and he actually was the reason why I was informed about the exchange rate for currency, the gold to silver revaluation, and the quantum financial system. So those are the things that I was able to prepare for, and I'll probably make a video about that pretty soon. I'd like to go over some of those details with you guys that again, not firsthand knowledge. They're just things that I've researched. So, all right, guys, you have a good one, and stay frosty.